Let me also greet Comrade Omoyele with her, who we can see as the guardian of our time. Yes. Am I communicating? Yes. For one major reason, despite all the accusations, prison, can used to say that whenever the prisoner came to his house, he was saying, "Oh, policeman, are we ready? The bag is already there. Let's go." That's my second hope. Yes. Just for the emancipation of the people of Nigeria, Comrade Sowore, I salute you. As far as I'm concerned with the situation of the things in Nigeria, there's just no hope. But there's little hope with the likes of Comrade Omoyele who will learn in the race. Now, to talk about 2023, any hope? Two factors I would just like to point out that will tell us there's no hope. People are to look at all these bourgeoisie who are going about and saying that they may look on the rest of them. One, economic strangulation. The economy has been so bastardized that they themselves are confused. So now the point is economic strangulation. We have 4 refineries in Nigeria. Nigeria has been said to be the 6th oil producing country of the world. And we're a member of OPEC. Yet we are still importing oil. Yes, none of the refineries is working. So the economy has been completely strangulated. And now we are looking for somebody to rescue us. And yet the people that are parading themselves. That's why I said there's no hope. As long as nomination form is sold for 100 million, 60 million to 100 million, there is no hope. Hello? Hi. So it's part of what we are saying that this government is not for the masses. The government has failed everybody. So, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, what we are not saying is that as far as 2023 is concerned and the parties that are parading themselves, just like it was mentioned, the Labour Party, how much was paid for form? I think around 20-40 million. What hope for the masses? And when you look at the working people and the youth, they account for more than 60% of the populace. Between 0 and 18, you are not allowed to vote. Then 65 and above. But the working people and the youth between 18 and let's say 60, which is the retirement age. So, what we are now going to do is, we have a job on our hand. 2023, a party like AAC, which can be the hope of the masses, with an idea similar to that of NCP, is what we are looking up to. So, 2023 can be a stepping stone towards 2027.
Because I always wonder why somebody should be so comfortable with struggle. He will just call it all struggles since I met him. Except he's sick. I've never even heard that. Arranging is sick or not. Just like Fred Fred Adegoke, Fred lawyer. I told you one day, he was sick because he's never sick. The same thing applies to the ghetto. He's a leading carer in revolutionary struggle, in mass socialist, and the general of all struggle that ever way, you must find him there. Not the struggle of our people. No, the new struggle of Nigerian people. Both workers struggle, both students, and of course the masses, and of course nationally and internationally.
Nigeria is not broke. Anybody with what has happened now, thinking that Nigeria is broke, is deceiving himself. By the standard of the minimum wage that we have and the condition of the working people, there is nobody, if you are really poor, that you have even now in his account 20,000 naira, except you are professionals, except you are somebody in business. You get it? That can be accounted for. No poor person that struggles to eat will struggle to collect money in the bank. That's the country reality. Except we want to deceive ourselves. Election in which we are going to be denied the right in the first place to make a choice, to go part of the choices. You get it? I'm happy Sowore is here. Because you have learned 4 years ago. Because there are a lot of resources there to move around. I'm sure if you are to document this experience, between now, last 4 years ago and now, it will be clear. You no amount of resources you think that you have against those who are stolen the country resources. They want to raise the stake. Because at that level, it is not by choice. Security will give excuses because they are hungry. They are better be hungry to death.
But it will shock us, comrades, to know that today, every 100 naira we make as a nation is no longer enough to service our debts. We are now borrowing money to service our debts. That is the level we have been reduced to as a nation. Sowore is the only candidate that has openly said that if he becomes the president of this nation, that he's going to suspend the payment of the debt burden, incur on behalf of Nigerians. And that he's going to probe and review all of the process that led to the procurement in the first system. And what that means, comrades, I've heard some people who say that, hey, but for that period, Nigeria is going to be sanctioned. And my response to that has always been that, and so what? Even now that we are not sanctioned, we are worse than sanctioned countries. So what that means is that for the period the payment of the debts is suspended, we can be rest assured that every 100 naira Nigerian need is invested in our life and in the area of needs of ground. These are some of the programs we have identified, in Sowore's lead program. His position on national question is also very fantastic, because there are some left today that they always run away from discussion on national question. And Sowore is that any ethnic group who feel that he doesn't want to be part of Nigeria should be accorded the right to go, that the right to self-determination will be respected up to the point of secession.
Why one of the thieves got leniency from the side of crisis, what he said. Why the other side was very cantankerous. I am the one who remains cantankerous. These two great lawyers who defended me in the last 4 years, by the way, for free. One of them has the problem I have is not with them, Mustafa. I have a problem with all of you here. Had you not annulled the June 12th election, you will not be a chairman of the peace committee in a country where there is no war, to ask people to sign a peace agreement, not to end the war, but to organize an election. And sir, had you not annulled June 12th election, you sat on that board, we will not be talking about elections of this nature. Because June 12th would have enabled Nigeria to understand free, fair, credible, and peaceful elections. It was not peaceful election. We didn't even participate. I was on campus. It was the position of the left that we should not participate in the election. And it was because we didn't trust Babangida. People were cursing us that Babangida had sworn. Babangida used to say, at every statement he said, he was saying, Inshallah. And everybody believed him that he meant that, each time I lie. That was the meaning of Inshallah. Because the contradictions of the ruling class had just exposed itself. One of it, which I've always predicted, that at the end, they will come out as one. How? This Naira, the redesign policy. Can you believe that for the first time, the greatest supporters of Buhari are Labour Party members and PDP members? They love him now.
Yes.
Yes. They are saying that this is the best policy, monetary policy that's ever been undertaken by any government. And when they started it, I was the first to say that it's a joke. But what does that tell you? That at the end, they will all join hands together. The guys in Lagos, the Milokon people, they took a page from what they did in 2015. When they know that Buhari has already ruined all the chances, the activists among them, that's why activism is dangerous in government, told them that we better start distancing ourselves. But they will never give up. So if you are planning your liberation till 2027, I'm sorry for you. because the opportunity is here now with us.
That's so.
Yes, and one of the ways that we might get the revolution faster is another shambolic election. Yes, because what they are doing now is to demobilize the public. Ensure that, because they know if people go out to vote next Saturday, there's no way they can easily rig the election. Because they are wise now. But if by way of this crippling Naira redesign policy, your reduction of access to your own wealth, I've never heard it before that you have money that you cannot access. Whatever. I stayed in America for 20 years. They had repression, depression, all kinds of economic problems. They have never denied you access to your money. This is the first time in my lifetime that I have seen a society where you have to buy your money with money and then use it to buy what money can buy. I was trying to get 50,000 naira this morning. They told me 50,000 naira costs 20,000 naira. But here we are today. We are the only party with the least amount of money. But we are the biggest party that is a threat to the system.
He said people should not spend old money. Good. What of the new money? Listen, they printed 400 billion. They took 2.1 trillion from the public, according to Buhari. But Buhari didn't tell us how much they spent. It was the EFCC chairman that revealed, I'm not sure it was conscious, that 400 billion has been distributed. Emefiele came out to say the 400 billion naira we gave out has been cornered by the same politicians. How? Do you understand me? So, head or tail, the people must lose. Have you seen a politician queue up for money? No. So if they want to stop it, they can stop. But before you do that, the police people, civil defense, prison people, all of them will have been set. So it's a field day, and therefore, submit a comrades that this regime must not deceive our people. If you want to stop vote buying, there are ways you can stop it without punishing. Of course, but look at the last one. You know, they use dollars for primary of APC and PPP. I mean, this time, if they can't get new money, they will use dollars. I told them yesterday, if you want to stop vote buying, ask everybody who has dollars in their home to go and put them in domiciliary account. He refused to do that. So this said, you know, $100 now. You know what? How much? 75,000 naira. They are looking for small bills now. $10, which is 7,500. So don't be deceived. This Saturday, Allah. So, but we can, all of us, can within the next few days insist, Mr. Buhari, you are deceiving us.